We are not alone. The Pentagon released the UFO files a few weeks back, and we just found out over 1 billion people have visited the site. 1 billion. It's got to be a record. The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside, shocking.
And do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth, or is there many, many types?
People who have been involved in recoveries have said
there are at least 4 types, 4 separate types. Now, I have not had direct access to that, but I believe the people who I talk to.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
And good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to UndercoverET. Folks, there's only been a second Buga Sphere. This is absolutely incredible. I can tell you guys the backstory behind this sphere, and then we're going to look at the detail of it, and then we've got some videos to go over from Jaimie Maussan, and we're going to look over some of the UFO files as well. So, guys, without further ado, like and subscribe to the channel. We do need your support. Support the public's evidence. Support the impending disclosure. Let's go. All right, up first, Freighter Solis says a new sphere alongside the Buga Sphere showing the difference in designs. The Buga Sphere contained Proto-Sanskrit writing while the new one does not. Truly excited to see Jaimie Maussan present the evidence and footage in this new beauty. Look at this, guys. All right, guys, so here is the 2 Buga Spheres together. You've got the original one here with the transcript around the side. A little bit more detailed, this one, and then on the right-hand side, you've got a very plain Jane-looking one. Still got the chip-like design in the center, and then it's got like a circle all the way around it as opposed to the transcript, and then you've got triangles coming off of it, and then triangles are meeting it as well. Something to do with triangles and circles, guys. This is crazy stuff. I also like the fact that they've got Jack the Pumpkin King involved in the shot, guys. That's pretty awesome stuff. So yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to get into the backstory of this now, let you guys know when, where, not exactly who, because I can't give you those names, but I can give you the backstory as to how this was found, how it came over to the authorities, and how it's landed on Jaimie Maussan's desk. So let's get into it. All right, so Gonzalo Chavez says this. Last night, Jaimie Maussan revealed how the new sphere was discovered. And honestly, the story is incredible. An elderly couple living deep in the jungle reportedly saw a sphere flying overhead, managed to record it, and then watched it descend into the forest. Instead of leaving, they stayed outside their backyard eating dinner while keeping watch, hoping to see if the sphere would rise back into the sky. After about 3 hours with no movement, they contacted the local UFO investigation unit, which organised an expedition into the jungle. After an extremely difficult trek through the terrain, a single investigator reportedly located and recovered the sphere. When he returned to show the elderly couple, the woman refused to look at it or even go near it because, according to her, it was witchcraft. And this is exactly how people, normies, that do not understand what the hell they're looking at, will react, guys. It will freak some people out, and we're trying to deal with an initial Buga Sphere here. We're just trying to deal with a single sphere. Can you imagine what would actually happen if a saucer just came down and went hello to everyone? It would be flipping madness, mate. So, to me, that story sounds pretty credible. And also, they have a second Buga Sphere in their hands now, guys. So, I'm sure they're going to do some testing. I'm sure they're going to get similar results in terms of the weight changing. It's crazy stuff. I will keep you guys up to date as best I can, but we must move on. Thanks, Gonzalo Chavez. I'm going to give you a follow, buddy. Let's move on. All right, so this is an interesting post here. Neanderthal, like it. Jeremy Corbell says that he and George Knapp gave Congress 13 UFO videos from the Air Force that will be shocking if released. We gave them 13 Air Force videos that will be shocking to people. They didn't ask for those publicly, but I know they asked for them privately. Here's where I'm at with this, guys. If Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp have 13 UFO videos that will be jaw-dropping that they've given to the US government, if they have them, why don't they just release them themselves? Why wait for the government and go, here you go, we're going to wait for you patiently to release these files? Why not just do it yourself? You know, at the end of the day, they're taking George and Jeremy's word for it, okay? And if they're happy, they'll release it. Just release it anyway, you know? And this is where I don't really like the storytelling and all the clout that comes with it. Because honestly, like, you guys know, if something comes into the channel, I'm like, boom, posting that it's happened, that I've received something, that it's going to be shown real soon. And then on that day, I release it. No promo video, No clout building, no suspense, just release the files. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at, guys. You're going to have to let me know all your thoughts on Jaimie Corbell, what you think of his released videos and stuff. There is obviously another one that I do want to go over, and it is a Jaimie Corbell release. I'm going to do that on the next video, okay? I'm not going to give him all the clout this time round, but suspicious behaviour, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we're going to move on. On to Jaimie Maussan. There is a very close connection between UFO reports and the Pacific Ocean. These two spheres of light were captured floating off the coast of California, listen up Doc, USA, a place where it has been speculated that a submerged extraterrestrial base is located. I'm not being funny, guys. Dr. Scheit's been recording UAP for 8 years off the coast of Marina del Rey in California, and I tell you what, he's had a lot of success. There is something going on over that coastline. Jaimie Maussan's also picked up 2 orbs. Let's have a look. Alright guys, so camera's looking over the ocean. It looks like it's evening. We've not got great quality for that reason. Camera's zooming in and boom. That's what it's picking up. It's actually done a great job holding that light together, because it looks almost exactly the same as it did when she had panned all the way back out, you know, where she started the video. So this, in my opinion, is really, really good. There you have it. Flipping madness. What is this thing? Are they drifting apart, or? Yeah, you see, like, the camera's panned back. See the distance of them now. I'm not too sure if that's the correct distance, or yeah, it depends on the zoom, I guess. Really interesting, guys. We've got an absolute banger to show you next. Another one from Jaimie Maussan. Let's get into it. All right, next post from Jaimie. Without a doubt, this is one of the most extraordinary pieces of evidence in recent years. That's why we are analysing it with the utmost care. It was apparently captured in Bogota, Colombia on April 26, 2026. What do you think? I hope I pronounced that right, guys. Apologies if I didn't. So let's have a look and see what this is all about. This looks incredible.
Changing shapes.
Oh, wow. Jaimie, I want the file. Send me the file, please. I won't be able to do a lot with this because it's coming off the X platform. But I'd love the file. My God. How weird that, how strange that thing is. I would do an enhancement, guys, but it's just going to be a black shape looking exactly like that with no detail. So I wouldn't get much from it. Very, very odd, doesn't it? It's got kind of an odd shape to it. And there have been sightings in the past. These odd-shaped saucers have been seen. It's very difficult to know because the angle will be different depending on how the craft is sitting in the air. Assuming this is legitimate, I'd need to see the original and analyse it properly. But it looks pretty awesome. You've got to admit, guys, maybe, just maybe, they're hovering around Colombia looking for their spheres. You know, maybe they're trying to wake that part of the world up first. Who knows, guys? Who knows, really? It does look like a manta ray type of craft, doesn't it? And then it's got this appendage underneath or sticking out. I'm not too sure whether that's carrying something or whether that's a design. Very, very strange indeed. Do you know what? I will enhance that just to see if I can give us some clearer edges. Alright guys, so there she is. This, all the enhancement will do, guys. It will just define the edges and give you the general shape that the object is showing us in the clip. really does look like a manta ray type of UFO. But I can't verify it because A, I don't know who took it, B, I haven't got the file, the original file, and C, I need a little bit more detail as well. So guys, fantastic stuff. Thank you, Jaimie Maussan, for doing what you're doing, mate, and for being so transparent. That's what it's all about. That's what I can get behind, guys. Of course, give Jaimie a follow if you haven't already. This guy is on the case, and we do need to be following what he's saying. Remember, guys, Jaimie was one of those people that was saying a lot of stuff, and a lot of people were just writing him off. Now, the write-offs aren't even coming up. No one is giving Jaimie crap anymore. But remember the initial phase? Jaimie was getting so much shit for this. A lot of people calling the Buga Sphere fake. A lot of people calling the Peruvian mummies fake. He's probably the most credible person on this topic at the moment. So, folks, give him some support. Thank you, Jaimie. We're going to move on. Department of War. We're going to go through one or two of these UFO videos, guys, and then I'm going to continue with the UFO files from tomorrow. So, guys, again, I've got no detail. The reason why I haven't looked into every single one of these clips is A, there's a lot and there's going to be a lot more released, and B, I just want to give you guys an impartial, non-biased opinion based on what I'm seeing alone, okay? In terms of UFO footage, we have better footage ourselves. So this is me just sort of trying to give you guys a quick take on the military footage that's coming in. This one specifically does look like one of those white UAP that we're seeing in the skies all the time. This camera seems quite high up and is tracking this object. What we've got going on here. It's flicking through his settings there to try and get... Oh, here we go. Oi, oi. That was... a very instantaneous sort of direction turn there. What's the deal with this O-ring here? Showing up. What's the deal with that? Just thought I'd point that out. Oi, oi. Look at this thing. Well, what is it, guys? I think it's just one of our white objects that we see all over the place, you know? What their intention is, who knows? What they're really doing up there, we don't know. Are they guardians of the Earth, or are they just reconnaissance? This is the question. You can imagine, guys, the way this is moving. It could just bolt off in any direction in a split moment. The question is, what's given it the intelligence to move? Is it free thinking? Or is it being controlled remotely? You know? I think, I'm just going to go out on a whim here. I think this is something very much to do with surveillance. I feel like these things are probably being controlled by another craft or another object somewhere else. And it's the safest way to get around, right? Is to control something without you actually being there, or at least being visible. That's what I think it is. All right, guys, so let's move on to this one. Now, what do we have here? Is this our star-like object? Yes, it is. So again, now we've come across this video in the files, I will just go over what I was told and what I found out before. So the dark lines are heat signatures, and anything that's white that's coming off of this object apparently is a cold signature, which means this thing is moving around spewing out some white substance that's cold, which really doesn't equal to anything we have propulsion wise. Yeah, it's a bit freaky. I think the way these lines are splitting off, although this is heat signature, this is also a light source as well, because you can see how the lines are kind of fading as they get further out. And that to me seems like a consistent light which is beaming off of this object, which is giving off heat. Whether it's an actual craft, I don't know. You know, it could just be another orb. We've also got something moving around here. Now, guys, a lot of people have said, look, it's a parachute. It's clearly fake. What I would say to that is, if this is a parachute and this parachute is there holding this object up, what the hell is it doing side on whilst this object is just moving around doing whatever the hell it wants? It doesn't even match the movement of the object. So if someone's saying, look, it's a parachute, just holding this up, it's fake. Honestly, you need to know how parachutes work, guys, because that's not a parachute holding this object up. I can tell you that much. Look, it's blooming side on. It's not up here. It's side on. And so, yeah, some would say, well, maybe they're recording it side on, and that's why you're getting this angle. Look, this object here wouldn't be going like this and all over the place if it was being held by a parachute. Even if the camera had turned sideways, it's not going to happen, guys. You know, I promise you. So I've no idea what that is. Maybe they've tried to actually capture the object. You know, maybe they've tried to put a parachute over it to try and capture it. What else is the military going to do at this point? You know, they shot bullets at these things. They can't detect them on radar. So when they come across one and they're trying to capture it, the only thing that I could possibly think of is maybe parachute over the top and hopefully it gets tangled up and pulled down to the earth. I don't know, guys. I don't know. They have tried some clever stuff in the past, especially over Marina del Rey, where they tried to use and land chemical on the objects themselves so that they can track them. Very, very smart. Very, very clever. Whether they had success or not is a different story altogether, guys. So let's move on to the next video, but that one is pretty flipping cool. Alright guys, on to the last video, and we've got a white object leaving the clouds. I've got to say, Kit Quint in Wales was so much better. Small thermal signature. Okay, so is this giving off a heat signature? Why is it white and not black as the previous video of the Starlight UAP? The black lines were heat and the white lines were cold. So if this is giving a thermal signature, is this for a cold or for hot? Either way, it's a white thing in the sky that shouldn't be there, that's moving around unchallenged. Very, very strange, but we do capture them. And like I say, you guys capture the best UAP evidence. I'm just glad that it's matching what the government are putting out there, because I tell you what, guys, it was worth it. It was worth it, all of it. Not a lot to this one. You can see that they're struggling. They were struggling to keep track of that thing, but I think there was at least one. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. We're going to leave it there. So that is all for today. I've got a lot to go over. We've got about 6 or 9 more videos to go over this week, hopefully before they release the new set of files. Also, Japan are looking to release their own set of files, plus they're looking very, very deeply at what the US have released as well. So guys, this is going to explode. It is going to explode. Other countries will start following suit, and I tell you what, the findings we're getting now, imagine what's going to happen in 1 year's time. Honestly, fantastic stuff. But yeah, guys, give all these folks a follow. Everyone that I mentioned on the channel, they are top people looking to deliver the truth, and there's no clout building, no promo videos. If it's gold, it will get shown straight away, and that's why I say to you guys, keep recording the skies. Get your evidence into me, UndercoverETUK@gmail.com, and support me, guys. Support the channel. It's free to subscribe. Watch all the videos through. There's over 450 videos there to just pan over whenever you wish, and you'll be doing me the massive favour of keeping the channel going as well. Folks, without further ado, thank you so much. Take care. All the best, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.